it's done. So what this is that this is a box that I got in the Stranger Things set from like a couple years ago, and I kept this around, and when I was just like do my mock, I figured, maybe I'll take a picture of my mock, and then I'll add stuff to make it look like stuff around to make it look like a Lego set, and then I can put it on the box and make it look really cool. Now I kind of messed up. I decided to chop up this picture into 2 pieces of paper to make it bigger. Unfortunately, my printer printer is really weird and stupid, and so it didn't unfortunately I couldn't get the right size, and it also chopped it off, or not really chopped it off, but it made it smaller than a full sheet of paper here, which I thought I would print the full sheet of paper on this, which it would have covered a lot more, as you can see. Chopped off, like, it just made it smaller, and so it covered less area. I'm a little disappointed, but it still looks cool and pretty awesome. There's no details along the sides, or the back. The set number that I've come up with this, which I'm pretty sure this is not a LEGO set number, although LEGO have some new sets out, so this could be a number, but it's LEGO set number 74150. And this mod has around 314 pieces. Now, the Carnage minifigure I use does have a few extra tentacles coming out, which uses about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 extra pieces. Now, this is my mistake, and I will try not to do this again, but when I was ordering the parts for my mock, I had the list broken down. And yes, you probably have heard this before, but I'm going to say it again. The first thing, I had the minifigures into a separate list called the minifigures, and then my mock was just the mock list. And this was on Brooklyn, by the way. And so when I added 2 lists together, there were some duplications of parts, like the backpack, which is my friend Josiah. So when that happened, it didn't like save those parts and delete the parts from both lists for some reason. And I think one of the parts that I lost was these. I was going to get 3 of these little backpack things. I was going to add them to 2 of them for myself, and then 1 to Josiah. Then again, I also realized that I might have actually not originally was going to add. I was originally going to add them, and then I changed my mind. But it's been a while. I forgot, so I'm not 100% sure. I took a screenshot of my mock. Then I chopped off the edges. Went to Paint 3D, and what I did was, hold on. Before I went to Paint 3D, I took a picture of the Carnage mock. I skimmed it down so that I had this red line here of Lego bricks. I couldn't find this separate from a Lego set in the red color, so I just decided to chop it off, so that's why it looks a little greeny. And then I went to Paint 3D, I added this to the mock image, and then I just also typed in the Carnage attack. I added in the Lego logo the same way, and then I used a paintbrush and just added in the numbers and parts. So if this was like a real set that you could buy, what you would do when you open this would be a little flap here, and you would open this up, and there'd be a bag of parts. But the first thing you would actually find when we open this up is actually a couple of, not stickers, but little details that I'm going to add. This is, of course, Spider-Man. This is from Spider-Man Far From Home or Spider-Man No Way Home. I don't know which. I think it might be from Spider-Man Spider-Man No Way Home. This is J. Jonah Jameson from the MCU on a news report here. He's going to be added from a 6x10. So this might actually be a little too small. Then this one's actually from a Batman video game, which is from the Batman video game here. Really small print here. This is from a Batman video game, and I believe this is from the Lego Batman video game, or from, although the way it looks, it could be from one of the Lego DC movies. I can't remember which. I'm pretty sure this is from the video game, and this is actually a reference to the Dark Knight games, which I don't play. So I think that's really cool. That's going to be added from a 4x6, and yeah, that one's actually quite a bit, that's actually really small for a 4x6. So I might have to reprint these, but that's what you would get. That's what I decided to add for detail. The first bag is, here's bag number 1. This comes with the base plate and the first layer, the first layer of the build. You would get my friend Josiah is in there. The Finn outfit is right there, along with the lightsaber. The lightsaber and backpack parts are also in here. I did a little pre-building of this, and then I was like, why am I building this? I thought I didn't And then I thought, why was I not going to build this? And I remembered I wanted to do this to the box, so I was like, oh yeah. So I took it apart to also make sure I had all the parts. That's when I realized I didn't have. That's when I realized I didn't have those backpack parts. I thought there were some parts missing for some reason. And then I went on Bricklink to do some instruction work, and then I found out that I missed those parts. So that's the first bag, and then the second bag, and then here we have the second bag, which has the core. I call this a core, but this has like the middle part of this, like 3 layers of the piece. This is the big 6x10, I believe. And then we have a few other pieces. We have the dead TV screen here. You can see with the 1x2s, colored, really cool. And then bag 3 has Carnage. This bag also has Carnage in it. I don't know if you can tell, but Carnage is right there. It's Carnage right there. And so that has Carnage in it. This one actually has myself, which I think it's really weird because the myself would actually be in the second bag, and then Carnage would be in the third bag because he's on the roof. But I don't know. I don't know. But I have bag 3, which has the rest of the build with the roof, myself, and the rest of the build here. And this also has all the black fences that you would have the black they're not fences. You would have the staircase or the service ladder. All the service ladders are in this bag where you would add them all at once. I think this MOC is really cool, and I'm glad I paid the $80 to $90. It might vary because a lot of the price does determine on the 1x6s, the 1x6x5s that you buy, and of course if you buy the minifigures. But it's going to be around $80 to $90, maybe close to $100. $80 to $100. I do kind of wish that I might have done a little tinkering with this and maybe did some changes, but I am happy with this. I'm also glad because now I learned a lot of things about the MOC thing, how Bricklink works, the parts. So let me go ahead and get started on building on this thing, show you a little clip of me building it, and then we'll be getting into the actual view of the MOC itself.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
It's done. This is about 6 inches wide on all directions and about 23 and a half inches tall. And I know most of the height comes from that tip there, but even then, even if you don't include this tip, it is still a really tall MOC. The first thing to note is there are a couple problems. When I was going through the parts, the first part was this one actually had a stain on it, or some kind of, it looked like a rust spot. So I washed it before I put it back on the MOC. Also, Kai's hairpiece, or it's for the this is for myself, which is the Mandalorian. It's not really that bad because like I have another hairpiece that's much taller than this, I believe, that I can use. But even then, it's still a little sad. It's hard to tell on camera here, but like it broke. You can maybe see at the end there broke. And also the hairpiece does feel kind of stiff, so it does feel really stiff and really old. So I do understand why it broke, and I'm not sure if it broke when I got it or it broke when after I got it. Because like I'm thinking that might have been okay in the bag. I have to double check that footage. Sorry, I'm a little sleepy. I kind of just woke up. So of course this is the front. Now it's a little different than the box. This dish was over here in the back. This one was in the back. This one was over here, and I swapped them out because this is the back, and this is what's going to be facing the wall, which is this. This is considered the back. I moved the dead TV screen over here, I believe. Okay, so it was just that. It was just this dead TV screen, and these two dishes here and here that I swapped. Here's a look on the side. Here's a look at the back. Here's another look at the other side here with all the TV screens. So let's get a closer look here. Sorry for a bit of the slowness and the tiredness, but I kind of just woke up, so I'm still a little tired. So here's what the base looks like. You give about 4 studs room plus the little extra in the base here. It holds all the plates together. These are like brand new plates, so it works really well. I like the ladder here. I like the little extension I made there. It's kind of a bit big, but it does work out. Lightsabers here. I do have a Saw's Ventress lightsabers for myself. I was originally going to give a black base, but I just felt like that would have been too big. It just would have been too expensive. So I made it like this little roof piece here. I think that looks really cool. We come up along this side, we can see we have... So here's my best friend Josiah. I think this looks really cool. See, it's the Finn minifigure. He has the scared face on right now, and then in the back we have the happy face. I recommend putting a 1x2 on the back here, back there, because it doesn't really stick too well to the bracket here, but it does work enough that it does stick. I just recommend you put a 1x2 because it hits the hair. And it does work. I have the lightsaber on currently. But you can also slip in the blaster. I realized during the editing of the video that I didn't show off the backpack very well. So here's like the front look here of the backpack. Here's like the side. Here's like the back. Here's the lightsaber. The logo here is like something from like Elf theme, I think. Now, this does look really cool. Like it has like that stormtrooper with this extension. Then it has a road sign here for like a little bit of cover, like some kind of like I guess you can say Mad Max. I don't know what is Mad Max, but it's like I always hear Mad Max. And I know the term is. It's like the kind of apocalyptic kind of add-on. That's what I kind of added here. That's what it is. Also we have the extension barrel. This is really cool looking. This was possible in Bricklink, but it's not so possible in Lego, and that is this extension with the hand. You can't actually stick the hand here with this extension to the barrel. It's like the little thing that rests on your arm. This little part here. You can't stick the minifigure's hand in there without this piece coming off. And this was possible digitally. I was able to get the minifigure's hand and this part on it. For some reason it worked. Maybe it wasn't on it. I thought it was, but there are some things you can do digitally in Lego that you can't do in real Lego. And there's some things you can do digitally. There's some things you can do in Lego that don't register digitally on the Studio.O thing, which is owned by Bricklink. So that's what I'm talking about. And so I'm a little disappointed. You can't stick it there, but it does look kind of weird. I have it currently folded up, so maybe it's a lot more less. It covers over less area. It's more compact. That's the word. And I think part of the problem is that it interferes with the arm. Like when you swing it out, it does hit that arm there. I'm a little disappointed in that. I will still keep it. I'm thinking of like maybe I can swap it out in the official instructions. This does work. This is a lot better. I think I might use an arm piece. This does work. It's barely on there, so it might not stick, but that does work. It's bending it. So this does work. This does work. It's barely holding on there, so it has to be display purposes. So I'm a little disappointed. It worked digitally in Lego, so it's like, yeah, it works. I'm going to start testing a lot more. So if I make a mock and there's something I'm a little iffy on, I'll start building, which I should have done. I should have admittedly done this in the first place, but I was so excited when this worked. I was like, it looks so cool. But yeah, I blame myself for that. The next minifigure we have is Carnage. Next minifigure we have is Carnage. Not much to say. This is just a regular Carnage minifigure. I love the toe printing sides. This guy looks creepy. I love that face. Is there any back? There's some back printing to his head there. There's some back printing there. It looks awesome. I figured him like he's a much darker red. And you can kind of see that in the face there. It looks a bit darker. That's kind of just the only sad thing. The mouth is a little faded, unfortunately, but the eyes look so big and awesome. Here's kind of this piece here. And that looks really cool. It's like a Carnage version of the Spider-Man, of the new Spider-Man suit arms, like Iron Spider-Man. This is definitely a great villain, I think, for this mock. Now, another thing too, this is what I'm adding to the instructions is a 1x2 inverted. This piece, this clear rod keeps falling off. I will add this to the instructions. So here we have myself. I think this is really cool. I love this Mandalorian outfit. I wish I got the Mandalorian battle pack. I spent like $250 on Bricklink. But over here on the back, we can see some back printing. That looks really cool. Also, this little extension piece here for the helmet is actually in the Mandalorian Starfighter piece. This is an accessory. Here's a headpiece. I used Kai's hairpiece from the Lego Ninjago movie. I know not a lot of people liked it. I did. Here's his kind of angered look there. He does no jetpack, but he does have these rocket boots like Cad Bane. I just use the 1x1s to represent that. And he also uses these 2 small blasters, which cost like 30 cents each. So, I forgot, I just remembered. So what I was going to originally do was add these backpack pieces like you saw. And I kind of forgot other pieces, or I decided not to get them. I'm going to add one to myself. I only have 2 of them and one. So I'm going to add the one to this guy, and then Lee, and then I don't think I can put another one under. I don't think I can put one under Saya with the backpack. It'd come off. I will add a 1x2 plate, and I will also add that to the instructions too. So there we go. We have that. Here's also what it looks like with his hairpiece, even though it's broken. It's supposed to like cover up this little area there. So, and this gives you a good idea of what it was. This does show you off that it is broken. So we move up to the core, which is like these two, 3 layers here. We can see we have a dead TV screen. I love this design. I couldn't get every single color, but I think I did this really well. If you're wondering how I attach the satellite dishes, it's just a simple 1x1 clip hole. It simply is just a stud, this clip here with the whole stud, so that I can stick the stud piece in here, like so, and then add this to these bars right here. Now, most of the pieces I got feel like brand new. The plates feel really stiff, along with the clips. Over here on the top we have an antenna. This is just simply a 2x2 with a cross in the center round plate. And then, as you can see moving along to the top, you can see I used both designs with the clip and the bracket there to get this one. The mid-TV, obviously you can tell, like I said, it's either from the Batman games or it's from one of the Lego DC movies. Then, of course, we have, I believe, No Way Home with the Spider-Boy, Your Days Are Numbered, so I'm pretty sure that's from No Way Home. I just used tape to hold both of those together. I have to retape that one there. You can see it's not very good attached. Here's the side here. Actually, this is the back. Here's the top layer. You can see that we have around 6x6 studs, or actually, yeah, we have 6x6 studs almost around. We have this stud here is filled in to help hold up the pillar by a bunch of 1x1 round pieces. And then we have, of course, this little attachment for the ladder. There's Carnage. I think this is really cool. There is this little tile here. I was originally going to put a Deadpool, not Deadpool, but a Daredevil reference to like his company, like his lawyer. Now that's pretty cool. Like I said, the height is around 6x6 wide, and then it has 23.5 inches tall. The price, in my opinion, is a good price. I think $90 for all this is great. And I know a lot of the cost is going towards some of the minifigures and the 1x6x5s, which I will be selling the instructions for $3. Ask me if you guys think that's a good price, maybe $5. And I'm planning to actually add spaceships, like I'm planning to add the pod set to the side here to make it look like they came out of it, along with the Jedi Starfighter. I'm planning to add this on Duplo blocks along the background here, kind of like they're just like in Coruscant, they're just like flying by. And I think it will look so cool having that, along with the Mandalorian Starfighter also flying by, which is kind of big. I will show you. I will make a video of the display when I'm done with it. I still haven't ironed out some issues with the display. I'm still fixing it up. Thank you guys for watching. I will be praying for you guys. Please leave a like. Please subscribe if you're interested, if you would like to. And I'll be seeing you guys next time on Abrix Studios. Bye. There's my cat, Harley. Welcome to Harley Hour. Say hi to the camera.